Hey guys, how you doing? I just thought today I do a really cool post on something that I think that's quite important. I hope you enjoyed what I gave you yesterday. It was a really powerful technique to help you to think of things from another person's point of view. But today we're going to be covering when we get to a point of our lives and we tend to have a realization. There's a saying in the Bible, blessed is the man who hasn't suffered. But I think blessed is the man who has suffered. I think that most people truly don't start to study themselves, truly don't start to realize there's something fundamentally wrong until usually we're completely broken. So it's quite sad, really, that we have to get to that point, isn't it, really? If you really, really think about it, and I'll give you a second or so to think about it, we tend to have the biggest realizations when we're going through some seriously bad stuff. I remember reading a really powerful book by a spiritual master from India called Osho, and he said the fundamentality of humanity is that we don't tend to realize that we need help until we've lost everything which we deemed as comfortable. We need a friction, a catalyst, something inside us to shake us up and make us realize that there's something fundamentally wrong in the way we are. But my message is, while you have expenditure, and if you are in a comfortable place, just because you are where you are, don't think that it could always last, because at any moment all of this can change. There's a lot of crazy theories flying around about Nibiru and all these other things, but just say, for instance, cut all of that out. Just say, for instance, now a massive meteorite is traveling through space. We have no control of it. It hits the planet, causes massive floods and earthquakes and massive problems all over the planet. And whilst that is happening, we then have a disruption in the whole corporate system, and it falls apart. There's riots all over the planet. People are trying to survive. Just say, for instance, people say that'll never happen, but we've had meteorites hit the planet before. So how do we know? As crazy as this sounds, this is just a way of us checking our reality. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I've got no control of this. All I'm saying to you is, imagine if it did. Yeah? What would all of your contents of your life really mean to you? Think about it. What have we got, really? So think, why do we always feel like we have to go through a disaster, like me saying that now to you, before we can change? Humanity has a great problem of, I will do this when, I will make this action when, I will help this group of people when. It's always a when. When I'm rich, when I'm that, when I'm, yeah. So, very, very simple is, you have a choice of when you want to help people and when you don't want to help people. It has really nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with wealth. It has nothing to do with circumstantial situation that you're in your life. It has everything to do with means, drive, passion, and definitely you have to have that catalyst. Most people that do stuff for cancer usually has had somebody in their family that have had cancer, and they've lost somebody close to them which have had cancer. People that do stuff for kidneys, it's people that are doing stuff for charities which are close to their heart. because something happened to them. But it's quite sad that it took that to happen to them before they woke up. Nobody really goes out and does stuff for charities, usually, unless it's resonated with them. It has to be somebody close to them, or even themselves, that it gets them the drive to actually say something and do something. And the problem is, before that happens to us, usually what we say, like when Jesus says in the Bible, it's quite powerful. He says, I went to the marketplace, I tried to talk to them, but they were all drunk. I don't think he was physically talking about them being drunk, but he meant in the conception of their mind. Like, nobody was aware, nobody was conscious, nobody was there now, present. And suddenly we need something like a big smack, bang, for us to, and we're awake. And then we wake up, because I know I've been through this, I'm speaking from real experience. And we get a point in our life where we really start to see that we need to change a lot of things, and we need to be real with ourselves, and then we get this enlightenment, and we kind of work forward, and then all of a sudden we get comfortable again, we get lazy, and then we forget all of that, and then we do all of the stuff that we shouldn't be doing, and we kind of mess ourselves up. And then we have another massive downfall, and then something else happens, and we might lose somebody close to us, and then that wakes us up, and then we say we're meant to be awake, and I'm focused, and I'm doing this, and then we fall back asleep again. The trick is to stay conscious. The trick is to stay awake, and the trick is to actually be aware. So a lot of these things I'm teaching you, and I'm passing on to you, I'm not doing it to preach. A preacher is someone that doesn't live the lifestyle that he's teaching. A teacher is somebody that lives and resonates and practices what they teach. There's enough preachers in this world which preach stuff and make you feel guilty and make you feel bad and ask you to put money in the confection box and then say it's all going to be fine and just give me your cash and God will forgive you. God's not interested in money. The church is interested in money. And that's the only, it's a business. It's not got nothing to do with money. If you really truly want to look for forgiveness, look to yourself. Look to yourself first. Before you get to that point of breaking yourself, start asking yourself, what can I do to make myself better? What can I do to make myself more aware? What can I do to actually give myself a better understanding of the environment around me? And that's why I give you that little step outside yourself lesson yesterday, just so that you could actually see a little bit more of what's going on. We are incredibly gifted as a human race of having these incredibly complex emotions, incredibly complex intelligent theories, and we can baffle ourselves with all of the information we can actually get from the internet today. And it's so important to find somebody that can just sift through all of that crap for you and give you a bit of guidance. I might be a person that you resonate with and you like what I do, and if you like what I do and it helps you, then great. Share me to other people, spread the word, because I'm not here for you to follow me. I'm not here for you to worship me. I'm not here for you to constantly need me. I'm here for you to wake up, and I'm here for you to have the same understanding as me. So you can also become an enlightened person, and you also can help people, and you also can stop being entrapped and led by your emotions and buying into the commerciality of the buy now and throw in the bin tomorrow society, which realistically doesn't mean anything. I've been a part of high-end fashion in my job for many, many years, and I'm just doing a big career change. I'm going to go into life coaching and personnel development, and I'm going to make a move in that direction. I'm going to still teach some hairdressing because I think it's really important to pass that part of my knowledge on, but I also want to do other things as well. It's so important for you to do something which means something to you, and this means a lot to me. And me doing this page is as much therapy for me as it is hopefully by helping you. So I want you to just realize that I honestly, with my hand on my heart, have no bad intention. I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm not doing this to kind of be massively wealthy. I'm doing this just to make a living. I'm going to be doing this just to get forward. I'm going to be doing this just to help people. I'm going to continue to do a free channel. I promise you that I'll do as much as I can and pass as much knowledge as I can. As I get busier, I might not be able to do a daily post, but I might be able to do a couple of posts a week. But I promise you I'll try and always get on you and do something which has been relevant to me. And something that can help you. There's so many people in this world that do so well from life coaching, like your Tony Robbins and your Mastin Kipp and many other people which are out there. Deepak Chopra. And I love what they do. I doubt I'll ever, well, I don't doubt I ever, if I ever get that big, that would be amazing. But I'd only get that big, not because I want to be that big. I get that big because my truth resonates with enough people and that I learn enough and I'm selfless enough that I can actually truly represent what it means to be a good human being, what it means to be somebody that's there to benefit humanity, what it means to be a representation of what we call like the godlike state. That's what all of us are trying to do, is to get as close as we can by representing creation of everybody's uniqueness on this planet, to create the best possible person that's sat in front of me. That's what Namaste means. I see you, I see the true you. And to see the true you and make you the true you is what life coaching is about. Life coaching is about making a person become the best possible version of themselves. I can't make you a Nick, but I can make you a you. I can make you a better version of you. And that's what I'm trying to do by passing on this information. To just get you to take a look at yourselves and to try and think, how can I be better? Well, the answers are so simple, and you can spend a lifetime of searching like I've done to get the knowledge, or you can just, luckily enough, bump into somebody like me, which I've happened to bump into other people like me, which have helped me on my pathway. Many books I've read, many films, many documentaries, sifted through a lot of garbage and a lot of amazing information and try to get a truth, because there's a fundamental truth in everything that I've read. And if I find that there's the same relative truth in everything that I've read, and there's a lot of variations, the variations are usually a personal choice. The fundamental truth is always the same in all of these practices. And that's what I've been trying to find out. What is the truth underneath all of these practices, and trying to find out what can make us instantly better. And sometimes I have to deal with the person's mind, sometimes I have to deal with their consciousness, but we need to be in between logical and emotional, and that's what we call intuition. To be a truly balanced human being, we need to be totally in tune with our intuition. That's to feel for how I should think, but I'm still thinking. I'm not just feeling without thinking. It's no good to think of how I should feel all of the time, because then you control your feelings and you don't allow yourself to feel. So you've got to have a balance between the two. So we are on this journey together, and if you've got any comments, please leave some. I'd really like to hear what you have to say about what I do. If you like what I do, give me a like. If you really like what I do, share me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you can do that, that would be amazing. And that makes me realize that what I'm doing is good. So all you got to do is click on it, subscribe, and whenever I do a new video, you'll get just a little reminder comes up and tells you that I've done a new post, yeah? I hope that you have an amazing Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside here in Oceansvik, and I just want to send you some love. Have an amazing day, and I will speak to you later. And as they say in Sweden, hej då.